system.
Technology at its best.
Yeah, we're on YouTube now. Right, Rich? You're on YouTube now?
Yeah. Quite trendy. Okay, we're good.
Ready?
Yes, we're ready.
All right, we'll call this meeting of the Planning Commission meeting for August 19th to order. First order of business will be Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Next order of business is roll call. So, Rich, you want to, or is that going to be my job?
I can take it for you here.
Okay.
Cornell Hopkins.
Here.
Breck Dean.
Here.
Jeff McGallier.
Here.
Matt Walsh.
Here.
Drew Bertolazzi's here with Gilmore and Associates. Lee Treadwell's the township solicitor. And I'm Rich Brittingham, the assistant township manager, zoning office. Not here at this time is Chris Fennell.
Okay. All right, thank you. We have no announcements at the moment. Next order of business would be approval of our March 18th minutes. Everybody has a chance to take a look at those.
Yes. I'll make a motion to approve March 18th meeting minutes.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then we have the minutes of the July 15th meeting that needs to be approved also.
Likewise, I'll make a motion to approve.
All right. Do we have a second? All right, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Minutes have been approved. Okay, next thing on the docket is Lynn Developers, Gingrich Minor Subdivision and Robb Road.
Did you bring the whole football team, Scott?
Alright, so I'm Drew Moyer, I'm with Meese Engineering. Project here before you is for Jonathan and Karen Gingrich, are the owners who are sitting right there. It is a minor subdivision of an existing lot that is 9.5 acres. Here, this is the entire tract. There's an existing dwelling here with a garage, a pool, and a shed. The proposed development is to add a line here. The new tract will be lot 1, which will have all of the existing development on it. It is approximately 5.5 acres. Lot 2 will be approximately 3.9 acres and will have all the proposed development. The zoning district for this is RA, and the minimum lot size for that is 2.0 acres. And there's no existing natural resources on the property.
Okay.
Any questions?
Any questions from?
Not, I can jump into the.
Quick question, did you want to clarify about the natural resources?
Yes.
Yeah.
It appears that there's a tree
So-
line on the rear of the site, and then there's a small area, existing woodlands.
Yes, I'll stand here and point. So, there is existing tree line around the outside of the property. There is a section of young growth here. It is relatively dense, but none of the trees are larger than about 4 inches, so they wouldn't classify as woodlands. But they are shown up on the plan here, so that's why there's no natural resource calculations or anything, because the only thing there is young growth, which is labeled as so on the plan.
Is that on lot 1?
Yes, it'll all be on lot 1.
Right, and you're not proposing any future
development on Lot 1, correct? The purpose of this is just to build a new house on Lot 2?
On lot, just a new house on lot 2?
Correct.
Okay.
What's the area at the bottom of the map, on the bottom left? There, that
Yeah.
square.
It is a spring irrigation system.
Thank you.
And my understanding is the layout for lot 2 is conceptual this time?
Yep, the layout for lot 2 is conceptual, the lot will be sold, and the future developer will come in with a possibly a different house footprint. But this is just purely conceptual to show that it can be subdivided.
So everything on the drawing at this time is conceptual.
Correct.
Are we showing that we're retaining the perimeter tree line?
Yes.
Yes, you said in your notes.
We do have a request for, to indicate what the neighboring land uses are, and then to provide a buffer. I know that we've spoken, you intend to preserve the existing vegetation. You can document any vegetation that's out there, and then some.
Not yet. We can meet on the site, review it, go over it. But the plan is this lot here and this lot down here are both agricultural uses. And so they require a type A buffer, which is roughly 25, well, not roughly, it is 25 feet off the property line. The existing tree line around the property is dense and good vegetation. So the hope is that it can count as the buffer. We'll add the lines to the plan. They're not showing here currently, but we'll add the buffer yard line to the plans. But the hope is, as I said, to use the existing tree line to satisfy the buffer requirement.
It seems like you'll have luck doing that, as long as there aren't invasive species, and at least 2-inch caliper breast height, you'll be able to reuse it.
Okay. Anybody else have any other questions on this?
Well, there's a number, yeah, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, no.
There's a number of exceptions or waivers have been requested. I guess that's contingent upon future plan development, whatever, once that is determined what's going to be built on the property. Those, at that point, there will be submitted then or reviewed then for final approval.
The idea is that we will get this subdivided as is with the requested waivers, and then to go build on the property, they'll have to submit for an earth disturbance and grading permit through the township, and at that point, the hope is that, as one of the waivers discusses, we'll get conservation district approval and all of those things.
Yeah, you guys won't see it again. It'll just be it'll be through the building permit process, but they still have to fill out and file the application for earth disturbance, which could kick the conservation district in, or it might not, depending on how much is being disturbed.
Are there any other curbs and sidewalks within a half a mile either way?
No.
Thank you.
Okay. Link, do we need or Rich, do we need a motion for anything on this?
Well, if you're ready to go ahead, I mean, I don't think, Drew, you don't have any more comments, right?
Yeah, we would support the waiver requests.
Yeah.
They're mostly related to improvements to the right of way.
Right.
Curbing, sidewalk, and a request for a waiver for submission to the conservation district. They would likely have to submit.
Yeah, so you have on your agenda the recommended action for the planning commission.
Yeah. I don't see it. I don't see, oh, okay. Okay.
I would move to adopt the engineer's recommended action as listed in our notes.
All right, so it would be to approve the minor subdivision plan, final plan, subject to the 4 conditions, including compliance with the Gilmore Review Letter of July 30th, 2025, compliance with the Bucks County Planning Commission memo dated July 22nd, 2025, compliance with zoning and subdivision, all zoning and subdivision land development ordinance requirements, and receipt of all permits and approvals from municipal and governmental agencies having jurisdiction. In addition, the motion would include approval of, or a recommendation to approve the waivers. Number one being section 225061 and 225152 and 225181 from requiring cartway widening and curb and sidewalk. Number two, from section 225121C of review by the Bucks County Conservation District. And three, section 22704C2 from showing all existing features within 400 feet of the property. So that would be the motion. Is that your motion,
Yes.
Mr. Hopkins? Okay.
I'll second that.
You
I'll
took the
second
words
that.
right out of my mouth.
And we have a second. All in favor? Aye. All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much. I missed some. I was in the wrong.
Good to see you.
Let's see. It was like, well, actually, did you see the letter?
No, I know. Well, it's in the agenda itself.
Um,
Yeah, there's recommended action right there.
Yeah, that was it. Wasn't quite what Link read, but yes.
Scott, you still need to do the planning module stuff, right? Okay, so before you come to the board, they will ask you that question. So have the process at least started.
We didn't need public comment or anything.
No.
Too late. Come on back.
Yes.
Just getting that up. It's too much.
This many pages long.
No, we'll take your comment after we discuss. You're here for item 2? Yeah, okay.
Yep. Okay, next item on the agenda is the Rich and Arlene Behringer Keith D. Wood Senior Agricultural Security Area petition. So we have two properties existing on California Road, 25 acres, 2.2, that they're wanting to, and actually, from the, see, to be scheduled before the Board of Supervisors, okay, they want to do.
Yeah, there's a petition that was filed, which happens from time to time, asking that the township add these two parcels to the existing agricultural security area. Part of the process is it gets reviewed by the Bucks County Planning Commission, the petition. It gets reviewed by our Planning Commission, and then there's a public hearing in front of the Board of Supervisors. It also gets reviewed by the township's Agricultural Security Area Committee. So it is here in front of you tonight to make a recommendation to the board prior to the public hearing as to whether to add these two parcels to the ag security area.
Is the applicant here?
There's a gentleman in the back who I believe is, I'm sorry, sir, I don't recall your name. Keith. You're Mr. DeWitt, correct? Keith DeWitt, yeah. So he has filed the application on behalf of the Behringers. Is that correct, Mr. DeWitt? Okay. You do have a Bucks County Planning Commission review memo in your materials. They reviewed it and recommended that it be included. I think you also have some materials that Rich gave you regarding what an agricultural area, security area is and what it does. I think we currently have somewhere around 1,400 and change acres in our existing agricultural security area. It's probably about 60 parcels, 61 parcels currently.
Okay. Link, you want to open to
Well,
Let's take questions from the,
Yeah, I
the
think
board.
I would like,
Yeah.
just for a better understanding, I would like to ask the applicant, what has brought this about? What is the perceived benefits of this? What is the purpose of the request? Why are we making the request? That's all. You know, specific to this piece of property, in general, I understand and I support by all means the approval of these types of properties. But for this particular application, I'd like to understand what is the perceived benefit of doing this?
Just, the farming
Mr.
part.
Keith, why don't you come forward?
Just the farming aspect of it. It is farmed, all the property is farmed. And I did put a composter on the property to compost.
Okay.
And that's the reason why applying for the ag security.
Okay.
You know,
What kind of composter do you have on there?
a roto poster, composting, you know, material from the slaughterhouse. No dead animal. Everybody thinks they go and read about a roto poster, it's composting dead animals. It's not, you know, no dead animals, you know.
And this has been inspected and everything and all?
Yeah, Board of Supervisors, hey, I had a man there from Penn State, he gave me an A+ on the project.
Okay.
So like I said, I'm doing everything I can to satisfy the neighbors, but, you know, hey, like I said, place been there since 1937. Hey, it was either do this or go out of business. So
So you have, you're putting.
I'm the third generation now.
Putting existing use into an ag security area.
Mhm.
So there's really no change on the land.
No, no, no.
so all of the reviewing bodies, there are certain factors to be considered as to whether the land is suitable for the ag security area. One is the type of soils. I think you saw in the Bucks County Planning Commission review that they've agreed that the soils that are there, and Rich gave you a soils map too, that shows that they're agricultural soils. The other is consistency with the comprehensive plan. You have a copy of the comprehensive plan. I think it shows that this area is in the resource protection area of the comprehensive plan, which is consistent with agriculture. It's also, the zoning should be consistent, and this is RA zoning, which is your rural agricultural zoning. And then one of the other factors to look at is it used, is it farmed currently? Is it viable agricultural land? And I think this property has been farmed in the past and is being farmed.
It's being farmed, yeah.
Being farmed by the Kellers, by his Keller.
Okay.
That's who farmed it.
Okay. All right.
Have we had any comments from the neighbors to the north?
We did receive one or two, Rich.
We received two from nearby property owners. One's directly adjacent, one's not abutting and adjoining, but in the general vicinity. And those were included in the packet that I had sent you.
And both of them, am I correct, Rich, objected to this property going into the ag security area?
That's correct.
Basically due to the roto poster that Mr. DeWitt just told us has been operated on the property. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So he's been doing this since 1937.
Not the roto poster. The roto poster's new.
New piece of equipment.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a new piece.
there's a new machine that's been on the property that has caused some level of concern for the neighbors, and one of them's here, and I'm sure she will explain it to you.
Okay.
Should I come up for public comment?
Yes.
Yes.
First, I have to apologize to you, sir, because I've never met you in person. And this is the terms that we're meeting upon, and I don't think that's respectful of neighbors.
It's
So
not,
I
like I said,
apologize for that.
the two neighbors that are complaining about it, why don't they just come to me and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'd like to see what you're doing. I'd show it to you. It's nothing harmful.
So, and I appreciate, so this rotoposter takes the remnants from the slaughterhouse. You want me
Well,
to-
yeah, sign your name and everything.
This rotoposter that was installed takes the remnants from the slaughterhouse, and then it combines it with wood chips or grass clippings or hay, and then it makes a compost. And I had a lot of reservations because I was worried about antibiotics, which I've been assured aren't included, and we're waiting for like soil test samples back from Penn State, that it's not a fertilizer that's applied to the fields, because another concern is that the water tower's adjacent to it. But first, when it started running, there would be this banging every 8 seconds it's like a sledgehammer against a steel drum.
That's
And-
because it was empty. That's because it was empty. Now it's full. You
It's,
don't hear that.
it's doing a lot better. I still hear it.
No way.
I still
There's
do
no
it.
way.
And I heard you installed rubber pieces
Yeah.
on the piston that slams against it,
You
so
can hear that. You've got eagle ears, I'll tell you.
actually I'm very hearing sensitive. And the smell at the beginning, something was way off, because the smell at the beginning was terrible. You couldn't be outside. When the wind blows from the north down into the properties, it was, and I know you live right next door. I'm surprised you didn't
No,
smell it.
no worse than Quakertown sewer plant or go up to Hellertown sewer plant. I'd sooner smell that composter than a shit house,
That's true. I would rather smell the composter than the sewage plant. But right now, some days, if, the humidity's low and the cloud
Yeah, just
cover's
depending
low,
how humid it is, but hey, like I
it's,
said, we got the right, we got it down pat, that the mixture is right
It's-
on,
it's doing a lot better, and I'm so thankful for that. Every now and then, it does smell like a garbage dump, but it's relative to the conditions. But my reservation with the agricultural security area permit, which has to go through the planning commission and then the next commission, then get heard before the board, is if you pass away and somebody else inherits or purchases the slaughterhouse, and then there's remnants, and then we could import dead animals in and use that rotoposter. And then, that's my fear, is in the future, it protects, the agricultural security permit protects the property owner from
I'll assure you, ma'am,
litigation.
my son works for me, and he's gonna be the 4th generation. And I already have it in a clause, the property will never be sold, it will be strictly for farming. And actually, if this Ag Security Act goes through, I'm probably gonna put it into 319 also, so it can never be built on.
It's just a fear that I have, because random
fear.
things.
No, you
No.
go down the road and somebody could shoot you,
I know, but if your son I
Yeah.
don't want to wish this upon anybody, but shit happens.
Oh, yeah, it
Your
does.
son could die, you could die, and the next thing you know, the property goes up for sale, somebody buys it, and now we're importing large amounts of dead animals and it getting composted,
Yeah,
and we
never-
have no repercussions.
It would never do that because
With
the
it.
DEP would be involved.
Okay,
Somebody
Wait.
remind me of what
yeah.
319 is.
Well, 319 is a whole different, 319 is a tax thing.
Okay.
This is agricultural security area.
This is
So
Ag Security.
what ag security does is if your property is in ag security, you are allowed to sell agricultural conservation easements to either the county or the Commonwealth, the state, right? So that's one thing it does. The other thing it does is municipalities are not permitted to enact local laws that unreasonably restrict farm practices, right? So it protects a municipality from saying, hey, you can't do that type of farming, okay? And the third thing that it does is that it excludes from the definition of public nuisance normal farming practices. So what you've heard from the resident who's concerned about the possibility of something happening in the future, if it's not a normal farming practice, it's not protected.
So basically.
Now, I can't sit here and tell you what a normal farming practice is or isn't, right? That's a case-by-case, that's a case-by-case
I'm
thing.
thankful that the noise has been mitigated to the point that it has. And I'm thankful that you're not like bringing in thousands of chickens with avian flu and rotoposting them. I'm very thankful for that.
You know why I did it, ma'am?
Because MOPAC shut down.
MoPac shut down, and it was either I go out of business,
Yeah.
or I put this composter in. And like I said, there's a number of them out there. Hey, there's one out in Lancaster. It's Good Spying Station. That's who invented this thing.
Yeah.
And that composter, there's no modification to that whatsoever, ma'am. You go out there on a Sunday morning, and that's running, and there's neighbors from here right to the tennis court down there. They ain't bitching about that banging, really. You know, it's farm country out there. I was out there last Sunday. We had to take our big truck out to Eby because we had a problem with it. And just driving out 23, the beautiful farmland. It's, you know, around here, it's going. Warehouses, you know, like you guys just put another warehouse down there, you know, like what for? You know, how many warehouses do we need? Go up 33, that beautiful farm country that was there, it's gone. 78, same way. What are we gonna eat someday? And it's like me, you know, hey, if I go out of business, it don't just affect, hey, 10, 15 people I working for me, it affects hundreds. And
No,
Rich,
again, like
have a letter that
and
will-
that's fine, Mr. DeWitt, we appreciate that. But like we discussed before, the purpose of the agricultural security area law is to preserve farming practices so that, you know, when you're in the agricultural security area and the residential subdivision gets built next to you and people start complaining about normal farming smells, the answer is it's protected because in Pennsylvania, we have a mandate from the state government to protect farming.
Hey, in Pennsylvania,
We do. Normal farming practices, right? We don't protect farmers who do whatever the heck they want. We protect normal farming practices. And there's, you know, there's some cases from the Commonwealth Court that basically say that when you're looking at an agricultural security area, the question is it good for agricultural uses? Not specific pieces of agricultural uses, but agriculture in general. So that's the question that needs to be answered ultimately by the Board of Supervisors, is do these two parcels fit into agricultural uses?
You had your hand up for a second?
I don't know if bringing in a whole, but not you, but because obviously I have your word. You're not going to be bringing in a whole bunch of like
I guarantee
dead
you.
animals and.
Hey, believe me, since my father died, I probably had about 20 people call up to buy the property, not for a slaughterhouse. They want to knock it down. Hey, build
And put up houses, yeah,
Yes, and I'm never
I
gonna do that.
completely-
And I tell my son, hey, he's in agriculture. He has an 85-acre farm up on Jacoby Road. It's in ag security and it's in the Act 319.
Yeah.
And that's never gonna get developed.
It's,
I guess that's my question, Link, is if it stays in ag security, is there the possibility that it could be?
Could I put it in 319? I don't really know all the rules.
319 is a county program, it's not a township program. So, I mean, you'd have to ask the county about that. But, you know, I think there's a way to take something out of ag security in the future. There's always a way to undo something. I mean,
Jim Nielsen was
even,
gonna help me with
even
it.
319 and 515 is the other tax statute that allows you to get tax breaks when you're agricultural. You can get out of both of them, you just got to pay the back taxes.
How often do you get inspected?
We have an inspector there every day.
Every day?
Every day I have a federal meat inspector there. And as far as drug testing, they suspect, and I know that was one of your questions.
The
Drug
antibiotics,
testing,
yeah.
They do a KISS test on it, they have a test within 3 hours. And if it's positive, the animal is condemned, but I actually have it. It don't go in a composter. I actually have a rendering company. There's only one company left on the East Coast anymore, and that's Darling, Delaware. And it goes to there. I don't put it in there.
That was important to me because I know of antibiotic resistance
Oh,
and
yeah.
the water
But
tower being there.
antibiotics, hey, we have
Yeah.
a federal inspector there every day, and they suspect something, you know.
But my question still is if in the future, God forbid, you and your son pass away and it goes into whatever type of,
Right.
whoever owns it is a disrespectful person
I,
and starts composting on a regular basis and bringing in things that you don't, and it just happens, it's a nuisance to the neighbors. And then we have no way to, the township can't really do too much.
You have a way, right? It's going to be, at that point, the argument's going to be, this is not a normal agricultural practice. This is
Okay.
not something that normally happens on a farm. It's something that's being done for a separate commercial reason.
Manufacturing facility.
Well, whether it's manufacturing or processing, or, I mean, you get into all kinds of definition. But the acre laws in Pennsylvania too protect farms, and they protect practices, agricultural practices on farms. But they don't protect new practices, right? If there's a new practice, there's a 1-year window for anybody to say, hold on, time out. What's going on over there?
but this here, that's why I did what I did. I could compost on the ground. There is companies that compost on the ground. This is a self-contained vessel. There's no leakage. It's in a completely blocked.
We did, I mean, this issue has been around for a couple months now.
Yeah.
And the township did reach out to the Penn State Agricultural Program and ask them to come and visit and check this whole thing out, and they did. I mean, it is the state-of-the-art way to do this at the moment. You know, I think most people would say it's better than just composting it on the ground, but obviously there are some issues that go along with it. I think Mr. DeWitt has tried to address them.
And he
They're not all completely gone, but it's better.
Well, like I said, hey, people come from all over the place there, and like I said, they say you run a clean operation here. And we try, you know, hey, my father kept the place looking good, and hey, I do the same thing, you know. Like I said, I would never want to do it on the ground, because it's a damn mess.
I just wanted to express my concerns mostly for the future because we can't turn back the clock
Well,
on this at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what, Keith has 2 daughters, and they're both involved with agriculture with Geisingers over here. So they're related, they're Geisingers, so they're gonna be farmers, and if something happens to me and my son, that property is going to my 2 granddaughters there. So I don't think you ever have to worry about housing.
So the question for this evening, though, is does the planning commission feel that these 2 tax parcels fit into the agricultural use and meet the factors?
Thank you.
No, thank you, thank you.
Yes, but I have a hypothetical.
Yes.
Let's say that Keith was,
I'll give you a hypothetical answer then. How's that?
let's say that he was to import a herd of Guernseys.
Okay.
And so now, instead of doing compost, he's raising
Cows.
cattle.
Yeah.
Is that an agricultural use
Yeah.
change?
Yeah, that's an agricultural
All the way through
use.
the process?
Well, I mean, it's a farm. That's what it is now, right? I mean, it's categorized now by the township. The use of the property is a farm.
Okay, so.
So having cattle on a farm is normal.
Onto the property,
Right.
okay.
Matt?
I mean, he told us that somebody, I forget who you said, Keller, who's farming it now?
Bryce Keller, Jimmy
Kel-
Keller's boys.
Okay, Keller's farming it now. He's I don't know what he's growing, but he could change next year what he grows. I mean, but it's still a farm.
It's either corn, soybeans, or hay.
Yeah, so, I mean, if he alternates, if he does like crop rotation and alternates those 3 things every couple, it's still a farm,
Yeah.
right? We don't delve into what it is that he grows. unless they start growing something that's not legal to be grown there. Yes, uh-huh.
Right?
We might check into that if he does that.
I think that might be a federal thing too.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in this. Would it be possible to visit the site?
Yes, anybody, well, really, is I have nothing to hide. Hey, like I said, hey, Rich, I think you were up there once with Scotty, right?
Yeah, I came up there once, yes.
Ready to get out of the truck, I heard. I thought, well, if I.
No, we just stopped in, you just happened to be up in that area, but we were running at different places, we gotta get to the next job, but we just basically went up there just to see if we smelled anything, and we didn't smell
I
anything.
invited the supervisors to come up, like I said, it's.
Cornell, if you want to visit the property, contact Rich and he can set it up for you with Mr. DeWitt.
Yep. Get some for your garden, hey, it works.
Yeah, take some product with you.
Yeah, well, you guys had it down here, I brought you a sample, you liked it. And like I said, the guy from Penn State gave us an A+ on their project.
You just have to make
You seem to have dotted all the i's on this. All the background stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, the factors to be considered, appear to have been met, right? I mean, the one issue is that there's a roto poster on the property that, I'm not sure is technically relevant to whether it should be in the ag security area or not. It might be relevant as to whether it's bothering people, but.
So we just need a recommendation.
A recommendation to the board to either include or not include. Or you have no opinion. That's your option too.
I'll make a motion, we make a recommendation to the board that we add the parcels on 1845 California Road Tax Map, parcels 36009-169 and 36009-169-01 to the existing Richland Township Agricultural Security Area District.
And do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passed. I thank you for coming again. Listening to what you said, I happened to be at the township meeting when you expressed your concerns initially. I'm glad to see that you at least got to meet him and that some of your concerns have been answered. And what the way it sounds and what he's doing and everything like this, it sounds like he's gonna try to keep things within a neighborhood friendly and everything like that for you. So.
Look, and from the townships,
Like I said, hey, nobody, the guys that use these things are chicken houses, dairy barns, they're putting dead animals in. I'm just putting my kill for material in there and hey.
well, I think
It stinks,
from the, well, from the township's perspective, we just want to keep all the lines of communication.
Yeah.
And if you have another concern, please, we want to hear it and we want to try and address them.
Yeah, I wish they would just come right and say, hey, what's going on? I'd like to see it, You read it on the computer,
Well, I did contact Penn State first before I ever, and I gave it time. I did from it was installed somewhere around February, and I didn't complain until April. So I gave it time to be up and running because it's a really environmentally savvy machine. And they say it's not supposed to have odor. I wasn't expecting the noise.
Yeah, well, that noise, hey,
But
we took care of that.
But if it's mismanaged, the odor is. Holocostal was the word I used before, because it's incinerating while composting remnants.
Yeah, but it's all natural.
Okay, okay. If anything else on our agenda, any other comments, anything
I'd like to
nobody
speak
needs?
to you.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Second?
All right.
Fun, come on, let's keep going.
Meeting adjourned.
You can